why Oda has repeatedly associated Sanji with the theme of space. I will explore what it means for Sanji's powers and what it means for the future of Sanji's role in the story. Let's get into it. The most recent reference for Sanji being associated with space is the latest cover page. Sanji asks Nami if she would like to join him in stargazing. This is something that Oda has actually shown Sanji doing a lot. However, Sanji's connections to the subject of space started a long time ago. In H841, we saw Reiju point Sanji toward a ship. We first saw this same ship in HO56. Its name was Morted Enenice, the orbit. But what does it mean for Sanji to be associated with space? Does it actually mean anything significant? Ever since Sanji began to awaken his lineage factor modifications, we have seen his attacks begin to become associated with references to shooting stars and comets. The key to understanding the full extent of the significance to Sanji's association with space can be found in this concept of the lineage factors. This is effectively what we call DNA. This was the great discovery of Vegapunk Mads, to step into the realm of godhood. But what have lineage factors or DNA got to do with space or stars? If you think about it, all of the elements that form our bodies were created through the life cycles of stars. We are made of stardust. With this in mind, we can begin to understand where Oda is going with this and what it means for the future of Sanji's powers. Sanji is the perfect example of successful lineage factor augmentation, and the progression of his powers correlates to the life cycle of a star. Sanji has only just begun to awaken the full explosive potential of his powers. I believe that Sanji will eventually have attacks named for supernovas, neutron stars, maybe even black holes. So we can see how this theme of space connections to the progression of Sanji's lineage factor-based powers. But is there any more to it than just that? I believe that it also points us in the direction of Sanji's ultimate role in the story, the sabotage of Saturn. Back in Thriller Bark, Sanji vowed to Kuma that he would eventually be the one among the Straw Hats who will cause the most trouble for the world government. Let me explain how I think that this will be Sanji causing the downfall of one of the gorosei. Sanjay Garcia Saturn. Saturn is also known as the defense science warrior god. Doesn't it seem like a coincidence then that Sanji is also described as a warrior of sciencing? Even without all of the evidence associating Sanji with space, I think this is a clear indication that the two will fight. However, I don't think that Sanji will fight Saturn personally at Egghead. I believe that Sanji will sabotage Saturn's plans this time, and their fight will come later, during the final arc. Sanji's character is at its best when he is on solo espionage sabotage missions. How will Sanji manage to sabotage Saturn's plans? I believe that Sanji will hijack the world government signals by stealing Kizaru's wiretap transponder snail. Sanji will discover the full extent of the WGBGA plans. This will enable him to sabotage them. It is also worth considering that Saturn is known as the god of time according to the Romans. I believe this is the core reason why Oda is associating Sanji with space. To make him and Saturn two sides of a coin. I believe this is the core reason why Oda is associating Sanji with space. To make him and Saturn two sides of a coin, space and time. Many people consider time and space to be separate matters of physics. Einstein's theory of relativity proposed that the two should be considered as single framework, a symbiosis of forces working to ensure that the speed of light is never changing. This leads us to considering how Kizaru will affect Sanji's plans, be affected by them. I mentioned earlier that I believe Sanji will manage to steal Kizaru's wiretap snail. But how will he get it? I believe that Sanji will actually speak with Kizaru face to face. Kizaru actually has quite a formal manner when he addresses people, and he will often hold polite conversation before attacking people. This makes me think that we will get a surprisingly polite conversational moment between Sanji and Kizaru before a clash. I imagine that the setting of this scene will be the two of them having a momentary smoke break. The subject of their discussion could be lineage factors Kizaru's memories of Vegapunk Mads. The day Vegapunk and your father were arrested was the day I joined the Navy. Through this encounter, Sanji may learn the true potential of lineage factor modification. The reason the WW feared the discovery enough to arrest Vegapunk, a fictional additional alien element to the existing elements created from stars that form the matter of life. When Oda was questioned about the spirals in Sanji's eyebrows, he mentioned how the sun, moon, earth, all things spin in circular patterns. He alludes to Sanji channeling this circular energy. The pattern of celestial orbit, the same pattern that appears on Devi fruits. Devil fruits' alter lineage factors can be recreated by taking blood samples. The ultimate state of these powers is awakening. But is it possible to achieve a similar state without a devil fruit? Years before, Oda said, "Sometimes I wonder if Sanji is a devil fruit himself." I believe that through lineage factor augmentation, it is possible to achieve a state of awakening without actually having a devil fruit. An ancient power of alien origin considered to be a step into the realm of godhood, apotheosis. I believe that this is the significance of Sanji's association with space. The theme hides the true nature, full potential of his lineage factor-based powers, and it establishes Sanji's role in countering the actions of Saturn fighting him in the final war.